Okay, the 7 things I wish I had done in 2020 before I moved off grid. Let me think about it and get back to you. Well, welcome back to another episode of Front Porch Friday. This is the first Front Porch Friday of 2021, so Happy New Year's to everybody out there watching. Thought I'd do a video looking back on the things that I wish I had done before I moved off grid in 2020, and things that I plan on doing in 2021 here on Off Grid Cabin. So, hey, let's jump right into it. Again, Happy New Year. Thank you for watching. And here we go. Right now, one of the things I wish I'd done in 2020 before moving off grid is just spent the money for a wood stove and been done with it. You know, I've been experimenting with propane, and now with this diesel air heater, just get you a wood stove and be done with it. Even if you have to buy wood, it's still going to be a lot less expensive than spending 16 to 20 bucks every 3 or 4 days for propane, or 10 bucks every 2 to 3 days for 5 gallons of diesel, depending on what diesel runs. And that's if you want to keep your home cabin toasty. If I just bought a wood stove up front, spent the money, been done. Plan on doing in 2021 is about where this tree is. I got to take this old rotten one down. But I plan on putting me an L-shaped outdoor kitchen. I want a place to put my smoker, my grills, get another smoke. I want another smoker just because I can. I'm thinking about building me another one. It's good to have more than one smoker. And my grills, gas grill for cooking, charcoal grills for grilling, stuff like that. And I'm envisioning an L-shaped one with a seating area. So I'm really looking forward to that. One other thing I wish I'd done in 2020 before I moved off grid was just to buy one of those little 12-volt fridge freezers units. You know, they go in cars. You can get those things up pretty good size. I wish I'd bought maybe a 40-50 quart one instead of buying a 77 quart lifetime cooler from Walmart. That has been disappointing, to say the least. I need to get a review done of that thing. 77 quarts, a lot of space inside. Most of it is always taken up with ice. For really no more than what I put in there, I could have got by probably with a 40 to 50 quart. And I would have had a little fridge and a little freezer. You can get these combo units on Amazon for around 300 bucks. You know, obviously the more larger capacity you go, the more they are, but you can get some like Alpicool. I don't know if Costaway is that cheap or not, but there's some on there you could got for 300 bucks, and it wouldn't have taken up near as much space as this lifetime ice chest I got. So that's one of my regrets that 2020 that I'm going to fix in 2021. Okay, sorry for the generator noise, but you know, hey, we're off grid. So one of the things, another thing I plan on doing in 2021 is building me a smoker box, which is basically a miniature smokehouse. I'm gonna put it right here. There's a deep ditch right here. Water hardly ever runs in it. And I'm, you know, along with that, I'm experimenting more with preserving meat through salt curing and smoking and other means other than freezing. Okay, I used to do a lot of canning of my venison. I still do that. I guess I need to make y'all a video of that. But I'm going to build probably about 4 foot high, probably 4 foot long, 3 or 4 foot, deep, and it will be to smoke hams and deer meat and stuff like that. So that's all. I just got to get all this underbrush cleared first. Another thing I wish I'd done before I moved off grid, before I moved my cabin in, was wish I had prepared a pad and used crusher rock. And crusher rock is this stuff here that has a fine material in it. It compacts very hard. I mean, some of the stuff's like concrete when you try and get it up. Not just gravel, but crusher rock, and had a good solid pad under there. And then along with that, well, I guess that'd be another one. So you have to wait now. But yeah, I wish I'd pad. I just had cleared out a spot here. Sure looks good. I've been clearing underbrush back here. Second biggest brush pile I've got out of here. So still got a bunch more stuff back in there. But I wish I had a pad here, and instead of just leaves and brush. I mean, there's not brush under it, but there's really nothing other than leaves and dirt underneath it. A good hard pad, it is great when you have to work under the house. I do plan on doing 2021 is taking some night classes at the community college and taking welding. I had welding when I was in high school, 2 years. I loved it. I love metal fabrication more than I do woodworking. I really like woodworking, so haven't done hardly any welding since I've been out of school. I could probably maybe strike an arc. I'm not sure. We were never taught MIG welding, so I want to get that. Living off grid, there's crap out here that breaks, that needs fixed, and you can't always baling wire and duct tape it together. And there's a welder would come in handy, and so I plan on doing that. Man, I said it in one of my videos, I don't know which one it was, but about how learning trades, maybe how to make money off grid. But there's a community college up here, 6 weeks, basic welding courses, $150. Okay, if you got the basics of welding, you can go out and make money with a welder. It's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because, I'm tired of crap breaking. I got stuff laying around here that needs welded. And I ain't going to pay somebody to come down and weld it. And I ain't going to haul it in to be welded. So, yeah, it's something I've been wanting to do for years. And so, definitely be doing that. My little low indicator just popped up. I hope it didn't pop over y'all. So, I'd say plans for 2021. Now, another thing I would have done before moving my cabin onto my property is that I would have pre-treated for termites the area where I was going to put my cabin. A lot of termites. Probably a lot of termites where you live. You can do it yourself, or you can hire a pest control company. Termidor is the brand name that all others compare themselves to. It's good stuff. It has a 10-year warranty. Taurus SC is a generic brand. You can get these on places like, just Google do-it-yourself pest control, and you can get these chemicals yourself and pre-treat your area. But it is important, because right now that the cabin's there and it's not very high off the ground in the front, it is a bear to check for termites under there. And you will want to check for termites if you don't have pre-treatment. Even if you do have pre-treatment, you should do a termite inspection once or twice a year on your place. So that's another thing I wish I'd done in 2020. Another thing I plan on in 2021 is trying to buy this lot right here in front of me. That would make me have a four lots and a square here. And so that would be awesome. I do plan, I don't know when, but to, my long-term plan is to buy as many lots surrounding me as I can. So I look forward to doing that. From what I understand, a very elderly man owns that. So it'll be interesting to see if I can get it off of him. Probably the second thing I wish I'd done before moving off grid was to just go ahead and buy all my components for a solar system. I thought once I moved out here, I bought piece by piece. Here it is 6 months later, and there's always something else that comes up you want worse or you need more than solar. As long as I got a generator, I got electricity. So wish I'd just went ahead and bought my solar setup before I got off grid. Okay, another thing that I plan on doing in 2021, which is a high priority, is bumping this wall out to the front and making part of this my kitchen and just getting the full 24 feet of this cabin. Then I'm going to come out here 8 feet, build me a deck with a cover over it for my front porch. So do away with this little 4 foot. This is 4 foot. I'm going to get a bigger window, keep the door. I like the door. It's insulated. These windows aren't. So I'm going to get a larger window. Come on out, the window will be right here. This way my stove, when I get a stove, will be right here, and have a little kitchen area inside the cabin. One other thing I wish I'd done in 2020 before I moved off grid was just to buy one of those little 12-volt fridge freezers units. They go in cars. You can get those things up pretty good size. I wish I'd bought maybe a 40-50 quart one instead of buying a 77 quart lifetime cooler from Walmart. That has been disappointing, to say the least. I need to get a review done of that thing. 77 quarts, a lot of space inside. Most of it is always taken up with ice. For really no more than what I put in there, I could have got by probably with a 40 to 50 quart, and I would have had a little fridge and a little freezer. You can get these combo units on Amazon for around 300 bucks. Obviously the more larger capacity you go, the more they are, but you can get some like Alpicool. I don't know if Costaway is that cheap or not, but there's some on there you could got for 300 bucks, and it wouldn't have taken up near as much space as this lifetime ice chest I got. So that's one of my regrets that 2020 that I'm going to fix in 2021. Okay, one of the things that I plan on doing in 2021 is adding an addition onto the cabin. I want to come out here 12, maybe 14 feet. It's going to go this way, be L-shaped when I'm done. The original cabin, and then the addition is going to run long ways, and it'll have a gambrel roof on it. Even though I'm not crazy about gambrel roofs, in small spaces they add a lot of storage. So because they have lofts, they have a lot of area for lofts. So probably a 12 by 24. I may go 12 by 32 that way. So that's one of the plans I have for 2021. So another thing I wish I'd done in 2020 was to actually move out here a little quicker. I bought this land in late April, mid or late April, and underestimated how much time it was going to take to get my place cleared out. And I wish I'd hired help. and it took me a little longer. And by end of May in Oklahoma, it starts hitting 90, and it starts getting really miserable. And that's just what happened, you know. And it was middle of July before I finally got a place. Well, I got the cabin, I think, around 1st July, and finally got out here. Finally had a big enough place cleared out to get the cabin in. So I wish I'd started earlier. That really, you know, working when it's 100 degrees and 80% humidity isn't fun. And there's a cajillion ticks. Not fun at all. So it really slowed me down. Get started when it's weather's nice, and plan for a lot longer than what you estimate. Another thing I'm planning on is right in here is building my outhouse. It won't be an outhouse with a hole in the ground. It's going to be an outhouse to hold my composting toilet, and that way I can get that temporary portable chair thing I built out of the house and have everything outside. I'm really looking forward to that. Probably another thing that will happen in 2021, hopefully before summer, is that I'm going to get create a rain catchment system for water. I'm going to try to do it from 275 or 300 gallon tote, and that way I have some water on hand. I still carry water in. I don't use a lot of water here yet. I go through about the I got the blue 7-gallon aqua container out there. I got the 5-gallon Igloo worthless piece of crap new model water cooler in here. Just let me tell you about it. They got the friction fit lids. They leak all over the place, and if it turns over in your vehicle, it's coming off. Get one of the old school screw-on lids, or get something besides Igloo. Tip. That's a free tip right there. Another thing I have planned for 2021 is finally getting my ditch finished, dug, get me a culvert, and then this is going to be my parking area. I'm going to get some weed barrier from the heavy duty vinyl weed barrier from Amazon. I'm going to roll it out, and then I'm going to put the gravel on top of that, and look forward to getting that done. I'm tired of parking in the road. So some days when you got your arms full of stuff, gas, diesel, propane, groceries, ice, gets to be a long walk. So that's another thing I plan on getting done in 2021. Okay, I'm still on the fence about whether to get some animals. If you've heard me say in my other videos that I've had animals before, had them since I was a kid. I like them, but I want to do some traveling. But I'm leaning towards at least getting some chickens and some rabbits right now. If I get a couple more lots over here by me, I may get some goats. But right now, as I'm thinking about it, probably at least chickens and some rabbits. So those will be added to the homestead. Off-grid homestead cabin. Another thing in 2021, I plan on putting a little workshop right here. Maybe, I don't know, 8 by 12, something here. Because my drive will be here, and that's where I can put my yard tools and everything in here. Have a little work area where I work on stuff. Not like a full-blown shop, but maybe, you know, a small one. Do a little woodworking, something like that. On the top will be my solar panels, because this is south and this is where I'm going to get most of the sun, and have a little room off to the side for my batteries and all my solar. Then have it ran to the service meter, not service meter, but service panel and the cabin. And then I probably will add a larger storage area just about right here. Right here is where I plan on putting a storage building, probably 12 by, I don't know, 12 by 14, maybe 12 by 16 or 20 or something like that. It will be my main storage building. Right now I have a 10 by 10 mini 10 by 10 spot out of mini storage I'm paying for, and when I can get all that out here, I'll free that monthly money up, plus have my own storage place. So there you go, the 7 things I wish I'd done in 2020 before moving out here. 11 things I plan on, at least 11 things I plan on doing in 2021. Whether I get them all or not, I'm not sure. But hey, let me know maybe one thing that you wish you'd done in 2020 and one thing you plan on doing in 2021. I'd like to hear your opinions on this stuff too, you know. This channel works because of y'all. And feel free to comment, make suggestions, whatever. So again, Happy New Year. Look forward to seeing more of y'all in 2021.